Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Kedington News special. As I mentioned at the end of the last regular edition of Kedington News, the Ketton Players this month will be starting off their preparations for their next production, and I'm with Rob, the director here. So Rob, what is the next production we've got coming up?
So the next production we've got coming up is a play based on the book Wyrd Sisters by Terry Pratchett. It was adapted for the stage by Stephen Briggs, who's a well-known playwright and has done a number of Terry's books.
Long-time collaborator with him, and also does his audiobooks.
He does, I believe, yes, and does a good job with them as well.
Better than Tony Robinson, but don't tell Tony Robinson that. Anyway, so Wyrd Sisters, it's well, would you like to say what it's about?
It's very, very, very loosely based on the story of Macbeth. Very, very, very loosely. There's witches in it, there's a king, there's a murder. That's about as close as it gets. It is a comedy. It's very well written, some very strong characters, something for people to get their teeth into. So
we got Macbeth, a tiny bit of Hamlet in there, and I think a bit of Sleeping Beauty as well, isn't there?
Possibly, yes, there is, yes. So very, 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 very loosely, but yes.
And of course, Terry Pratchett's wonderful way of throwing almost very real characters into a very magical world.
Yes, I once heard his work as taking a very ordinary sentence and halfway through turning it on its head.
Yes, that works. So that's the play. Now, it's a very big play as far as cast goes.
Yes, probably we're looking at needing a minimum of about 18 people to be able to stage it. Two of the biggest scenes run back to back, and so you need people to cover all the parts in both, otherwise you can't get it done. So that's one of the biggest we've done cast-wise for a while. It's about what you'd expect for a pantomime or something of that nature, so there are a lot of parts. There are no really small parts, because the small parts can be doubled up, so people will play multiple parts if they've only got little ones. So there's plenty of opportunity for people to get involved, get stuck in, and have a go at a number of different characters.
But also, if anyone does want to do just a little bit,
they
could just do one character if that's all they.
If that's all they want to do, yes, that's perfectly possible as well. If we have, so 18 is the minimum with doubling up. If you have more than that, then people can take small parts and it'll be fine.
Okay, so big cast. So presumably we're looking for a few new members to come in and swell the ranks, because
yes,
this is the biggest we've done in a while.
Indeed, if there are, but it's not just adults. Of course, we're looking for young people, and there are parts for even older children, sort of just pre-teens, or 12, 13. If anybody of that age who wants to get involved, there are parts that they could play as well.
Yes.
Very, very comfortably. So
yes, okay. Right. So that's what we've got coming up, and the question is, of course, when. Now, I believe we've got a date for the read-through.
Yes. So the read-through, when we all sit around and literally read through the play, and people can get an understanding of what it is and
what parts they might
like, and all that sort of thing. That's on the 12th of January. That's Thursday the 12th of January at Kedington Community Centre from 7:30.
7:30.
Don't worry if you can't get there for 7:30. You can always come a bit later and join in wherever we've got to. We will aim to start at or around 7:30. But feel free to come later if you can't make it dead on.
And auditions will be sometime after that, but the dates will hopefully be announced by the time we do the read.
Hopefully, yes. We should have everything in place by that point, so we should be able to let people know what's going on.
So anyone interested, come and do the read-through. It's really useful. You can find out what characters you might be interested in, which is always a good heads up for when the audition comes. You'll find out when the auditions are from that.
Yep.
Or we can get a name and address and let you know when the auditions come.
Yes, if we don't have that information, we can certainly do it that way.
And, well, as someone who's done lots of shows with the Ketton Players, I can tell you it's tremendously good fun. And as I say, we're looking for new members for this production, so a good chance to have your first try.
Yes, please come along. We all do it because we enjoy it, so come and enjoy it with us.
Excellent, yes. And the production itself goes on stage in
May. I'm not sure the exact date. I think it's early May, but again, we'll confirm those dates at the read-through, so if people can check once they know those dates to make sure they can make it, because there's nothing worse than getting halfway through rehearsals and finding out that somebody can't actually make the performance.
So we'll make sure they have those dates. And normal rehearsals Tuesdays and Thursdays nights?
From 7:30, yes.
From 7:30, going on to what sort of time?
Depending on what we're doing, 9, half 9, probably getting later towards 10 o'clock as we get closer to the actual production.
Right, so for anyone planning on, any youngsters coming along,
Yeah, 9:30.
It's 9:30 is a normal finishing time.
Yeah.
Expect them to be finishing around then. Okay, wonderful. Well, very good luck with the production.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing it.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.